All right, after kicking off her media blitz this week on the Call Her Daddy podcast, Vice President Harris will be doing several more interviews with some friendly faces in the media. After her 60 Minutes interview airs tonight, she will sit down with The View, Howard Stern, and Stephen Colbert tomorrow, and will also hold a Univision town hall on Thursday. Sorry, Todd, I thought that was your read.
Quite a build-up. Joe Concha is a Fox News contributor. And Joe joins us now. Joe, Kamala says she's just doing these softballs because she wants to take this opportunity, in her words, not mine, to just be real. Your response?
Well, let's be clear. These are being advertised as interviews, Todd. These are campaign ads for the Kamala Harris-Tim Walz campaign. I mean, Kamala is going on Colbert, who will have the massage oils ready to go, clearly. It's the MSNBC of late night, let's face it. Then she's going on Howard Stern. And I used to love Howard. I said several times on this network, albeit 10 years ago, that he was by far the best interviewer in the game. But this version of Howard, 2024, is everything he used to rail against. A phony, a suck-up, an elitist. But worst of all, he's as predictable as Stephen Colbert. So whatever is left of Howard's audience at this point won't change one vote. And finally, Kamala Harris is going to go on The View. That show was somewhat interesting when Meghan McCain was there to offer up some tough questions to anyone with a D next to their name. Now, it's the most comfortable place for any Democrat to be. So this is not a media blitz. It's an affirmation to stay in a safe space, even on 60 Minutes. This is not Mike Wallace's 60 Minutes anymore. It's some other version that only supports Democrats. It's a safe space while pretending you're taking questions and being held to account on your record. And Kamala Harris's answers will be all salt and no tequila, all bubbles and no bath. It doesn't change one thing. It's a bad strategy. I'm sorry. Go on this network or do a press conference if you want to actually change some votes. Carly.
Yeah, okay, so there was a Politico article. The headline is "Trump is everywhere. Anxious Democrats wonder why Harris isn't." And David Axelrod was quoted in it. Paraphrasing here, but essentially what he said is that running for president is the most difficult oral exam there is, and you have to rise to the occasion and do those hard-hitting interviews. And it seems like her strategy is to try and energize young people to vote for her by going on Call Her Daddy and The View, and that's fine. But to David Axelrod's point, you have to do more. So, I mean, what do you think about that? When you think about the makeup of an undecided voter when it comes to the economy and immigration, I mean, could they be at a real deficit here because she's not taking those tough questions?
Well, that's the thing, right? And David Axelrod, he ran two very successful campaigns with Barack Obama. Barack Obama, you know, you could agree or disagree with his policies, but he went everywhere in terms of doing press conferences, in terms of going on different networks, including Fox News on several occasions. Kamala Harris and her team, more importantly, because she listens to everything they say clearly, simply will not do that. And if you want to get those voters in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, you have to branch outside of the places where, let's face it, she's going on places where anybody who's listening is probably already going to vote for her. And right now, if you look at the polling, she's trailing. She is definitely trailing Donald Trump because it's underweighted in terms of Trump's polling. If he's tied, he's winning. And this is just a bad strategy. I'm sorry, Carly.
Credit where credit is due, albeit with a much lower bar. Tim Walz was on Fox News Sunday, and he was talking immigration.
Yeah.
Take a listen.
Tim Walz signed into law initiatives allowing immigrants in the country illegally to apply for driver's licenses, qualify for free tuition at state universities, and enroll in the state's free health care program for low-income residents.
That's not the vice president's position, but I will say this. Minnesota ranks as a top 5 business state. We rank as a top 3 state for children living, and we're the top state for health care access. I would also add this. We also have some of the safest roads.
Okay, but you're part of the ticket, Governor, so your record actually does count with all this. Thoughts, Joe?
Exactly. Watching Tim Walz on Fox News Sunday with Shannon Bream was like watching the first 13 minutes of Saving Private Ryan, right? I mean, it was that bad as far as the way things went for the Minnesota governor. And it was refreshing to watch anyone from the Harris-Walz ticket take not only fair, tough questions from a journalist, a true journalist like Shannon Bream, but also experiencing things called follow-up questions, which Tim Walz attempted to spin. This was a hot mess of a dumpster fire going by a train wreck, and it showed why this campaign is so petrified to to put either of these candidates out there outside of the aforementioned safe spaces, guys.
It was a great interview. They covered a lot of ground. Joe, thank you so much.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.